I am really proud to introduce, not really, Polly and Patrick from Puma. And we learned from both. They like to travel to Chile and Portugal. Yeah. Okay, great. And I learned from you that your company distributes, in more than 120 countries, your products. Great. Puma is the fourth biggest sports brand around the world. Really? Okay.
It's getting better every year.
Okay. Old data's great.
We got fresh results, so now...
Oh. Psst, everybody, or is it okay?
It's okay completely. So I mean, now we can.
It's not an insight. It's
we can spread the word. Yeah.
Good, great. And you have LMS, an own and unique LMS, and this LMS, all courses are available in different languages.
Oh yes.
True. Okay. Yeah. I'm not sure if it's unique, but yeah, we do have a LMS where we pretty much put everything that we have in there to make it available for everyone globally.
Mm-hmm. And what? Yeah, myself wrote to Polly. I'm actually from Portugal, so if you need any tips and cool spots, just hit me up. Great.
Thank you very much.
Later, Marcel. I think it's your turn.
Fantastic.
Polly, Patrick.
We are thrilled.
Thank you very much. So we have prepared a couple of slides for you guys. And Polly's going to start sharing now.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic. I just wanted to...
All good.
So that people still can enjoy the picture. So now I share my screen. You see our presentation.
All right. Hopefully you can all see our presentation.
Hold on a second.
Not yet.
It will lead.
Wait.
Okay. Just let us know.
Here we go.
Perfect. So we thought we're going to start with a very quick introduction round. So as you can see, I'm sitting here with my lovely colleague, Polly, who is going to share a couple of words about herself.
Definitely my pleasure. My name is Polly. I've been working at Puma since July 2019. Fantastic journey so far together with Patrick, my colleague, overseeing such topics inside of learning as learner engagement, communication of our offers, as well as classroom trainings and leadership development program inside of our fantastic company. Originally, I come from Russia, from Moscow. Was born in Siberia and have been traveling around the world, working, studying, and now I landed in Franconia in Bavaria and enjoying my working experience here together with Puma, fantastic employer and top employer in Europe so far. So cannot complain a lot.
Thank you,
what about you, Patrick?
Hi, everyone. Hi to all onliners. I'm Patrick. I'm with Puma now for around 6.5 years already. Also part of our learning development team here in Herzogenaurach, in our headquarters in the middle of Bavaria, let's put it this way. I'm taking care of the fields of digital learning and the field of agility and agile ways of working at Puma. And today we want to show you on the rather top line level our Drive Your Learning e-learning campaign that we rolled out in 2020 on a global level. Before we kick off our presentation, we want to show you a big video to bring you into, let's say, the Puma spirit. Yeah. So, and we hope it's going to work.
Yes. If not, we have a plan B, so don't worry. Let's see.
Not gonna work.
Yes, it's gonna work.
Are you ready? It's time. Time to move forward. To set your sights on the future. Can you see it? Can you feel it? It's right there. Right in front of you. Breathe in. Breathe out. Open your eyes. Visualize. What do you see? Your vision of greatness. Own it. Taste it. The truth is, if ever there was a time to push forward, to trust tomorrow, to embrace your vision, it's now. When you believe it, you'll see it. Simple as that. Only see great.
Yeah, only see great. That's pretty much the credo that we try to embed in everything that we do. Showing you what Puma is all about. We've heard it before. We distribute our products in more than 120 countries all around the world. Puma was founded in 1948 in a, let's say, small town in the middle of Bavaria, Herzogenaurach, where our headquarters is still located. At the moment, we employ around 14,610 employees worldwide, including our corporate functions, as well as our retail business. In total, in these 120 countries, we have 853 own Puma stores and Puma outlets. From a distribution point of view, I'm talking about our sales split. We do around 75% of all our business in wholesale, and the rest of 25% is coming from a direct-to-consumer business. What do we produce? Pretty easy. We produce footwear, we produce apparel, and we produce accessories. Besides trying to not just only create and develop, but also market the best sports product for not just only athletes, but also everyday people, we try our best to build the greatest employer brand ever. So obviously we have received a couple of awards, which you can see on the right side. But I guess the most important award that we have won in 2021 is the eLearning Journal Award, together with our partners from Good Habits. Shout out to the Good Habits team and Chrissy, who is doing a tremendous job. We're pretty proud of our award, and we will guide you through our journey of the campaign that's behind the award. By doing so, and pretty much what you can expect from us within the next, let's say, 50 minutes, is that we want to give you a top-line intro in our status quo in 2019, where the whole journey started, where we had first ideas on how we want to implement a new e-learning campaign. Then we move on with a quick solution. So this is basically what we did by telling you how we implemented it, how we utilize it. And I guess the more exciting part will then follow up, presented by Polly, which is going to be the communication. There's pretty exciting stuff there. And last but not least, we want to present a couple of facts and figures, just because we all like numbers. Continuing with our status quo. So what was the situation in 2019? And we entirely focus on our training landscape at the moment, with a slight focus on e-learning. So overall, in our training portfolio, we had around 95% of all our trainings, which were in-house trainings, which was pretty common. We all like in-house trainings. Mm-hmm. Everyone likes in-house trainings. Most of these in-house trainings are conducted by external trainers, or pretty much were conducted by external trainers, which is still the case. And we entirely focus on soft skills there. On the other hand side, when talking about e-learnings, we only had around 5% of the whole training landscape being covered in a digital format. Within those 5% e-learnings, it was basically Puma specific trainings that we used for onboarding, telling our new employees what Puma is all about, how our products are being created, and so on. But the rest of it was pretty much compulsory trainings, mandatory or legally required trainings. And we all know that in most of the cases, these trainings are simply not the most exciting ones. Yeah. So we had the emerging need coming from the business, but also seeing a great importance and relevance of really developing a e-learning portfolio for our global employees. So we had a couple of key requirements, and we were pretty clear that we need to tick the box on every aspect. Otherwise, it would simply not make sense. First, we wanted to offer a global e-learning offer without any limitations. That means we don't want to make specific e-learnings available for specific target groups. We just wanted that every employee, regardless of location, regardless of hierarchy level, regardless of job level, has the same e-learning offer he or she can access. Second, digital, obviously we talk about e-learning, but also mobile first. It was really key to make all of our e-learnings and digital trainings accessible on our smartphones, because we all know, we look at this guy at least
4 hours a day, minimum.
Yeah, pretty much the same amount of time that we look in our computer. So that was key. It should be fully on demand. When we face a certain issue or challenge, we cannot wait 2, 3, 4 weeks for a training. We want to have the solution right now. It should be self-driven and self-controlled learning, meaning that we do not want to have heavy approval steps before we can access e-learning. In the end, there is no approval at all, so everyone can access e-learnings without having the manager need to approve or something like this. We wanted to have it easy accessible. We mentioned that already. In our learning management system, that means our global offer is completely embedded in our learning management system, Workday Learning. That's pretty handy because you simply have one point of entry. There's just one app on your smartphone that you need in order to learn. And in the end, what's always important when we speak about learning, we need a high degree of transfer in order to make the best out of our learnings. So how does the solution look like? We basically have 5 key pillars that we focused in 2020. First one, LinkedIn Learning. I think most of you already know it's completely video-based learning. In total, we have integrated more than 17,000 e-learnings from LinkedIn Learning in Workday Learning. And it's a fully on-demand solution. No need to wait, no need to sign up. Everything is integrated, no accounts needed. Pretty handy. Second, and again, this is the team we won the award with, is Good Habits. Good Habits is basically, for those of you who do not know, it's classic e-learnings. E-learnings about certain soft skills, but in the meantime also hard skills, lasting between an hour and 3 hours. So it's really e-learning. The positive thing about Good Habits is that they come along with a certain twist. And we had the feeling that this certain twist pretty much perfectly matches our values at Puma, which is being disruptive, being different, let's put it this way. The third pillar, peer learning. Because having a library of external content does not mean that this covers pretty much every need. We know that we have a lot of knowledge within the company, and if you want to know something from a certain colleague who's not available at the moment, it can be quite tricky. So we implemented a couple of digital tools that help us to create digital content, can be easily shared with everyone in our learning management system globally, especially, for example, in our onboarding process. This is pretty handy. Fourth key pillar, language learning. We sit in Herzog, in Bavaria, Germany. But in total, we have more than 70 different cultures in our headquarters. So there was a huge demand for language training. And we simply couldn't cover that anymore with in-house trainings. It's tough. So we moved to a fully digital solution, which is app-based, and people like it. They love it because they're on their smartphone anyway. And if there's a push notification coming in, asking you a question in Italian, Perfect. In the end, the last pillar, training and programs. We do have a couple of global training programs that we tried to transform in a digital way. That includes our leadership programs, but also, for example, our Agile Coach program, where we educate Agile coaches internally. This is happening since 2021, fully digital. How did we implement that? On the slide, we focus on LinkedIn and Good Habits because these were the two key players for our e-learning campaign, for our Drive Your Learning campaign. We launched LinkedIn Learning in January last year with a big bang. So we launched all these 17,000 courses in one moment, giving access to everyone globally and basically communicating it as, here it is, feel free to learn. We did it differently with Good Habits. With Good Habits, we wanted to launch it in 3 waves. So the first wave was really about creating awareness for e-learning. As you know, from the beginning, we didn't have too many e-learnings, so we had to create a certain awareness around e-learnings. In the second wave, after creating that awareness, we wanted to keep the momentum. So we again launched a couple of new contents. And in the last wave, we wanted to, and we did obviously, creating a habit. People should be getting used to learning in a digital way, learning with e-learnings. And now, I mean, in difficult times, people need to learn digital anyway.
Yeah. So maybe something to add to it. What is our big aim is? We wish that people don't go and Google things. We wish that people go and Google things in our learning management system. Yeah.
Exactly. How did we utilize? And I think there's no need to go too much into detail, also looking at time because communication is a way more exciting. We have split our learning offer in 2 pieces. First, operational learning, and second, strategic learning. The operational learning is really about on-demand, fully self-driven, you could call it in-between learning. This should cover ad hoc needs and very specific needs. If you have a certain problem or an issue, you do not know how to create something in Excel, you go to LinkedIn, you will find the solution. On the other hand side, we make use of Good Habits in a rather strategic way. As we talk about comprehensive e-learnings lasting up to 3 hours, it's a real substitute for in-house trainings. And we also blend our trainings with existing in-house trainings. So this is really meant to be something which is fully embedded in people's development plans as a 100% training or learning measure. So it's rather from a strategic point of view. As mentioned already, and in the intro, it's fully integrated in Workday Learning. It's one source of e-learning, which is pretty handy because you don't need to go into different platforms. I mentioned it already. Blended learning approach is the future. What we try to do is that we embedded and we embedded pretty much every e-learning in everything that we do. If we communicate something from a HR perspective, we embed e-learnings. If we do something from our well-being point of view, if our well-being team announces a Be Well week, we embed e-learnings. And this is how we have created a kind of habit, because e-learnings are everywhere and people now know on a global level that they can easily access them without any effort. Moving to, I guess, the more exciting aspect of our today's presentation.
I would say both are very exciting, because without the great implementation, there would be nothing to communicate, right? So big cheers to Patrick for a nice technical or
I'm the tech guy.
Technical intro, and now the communication girl is coming to the stage. Yeah, as Patrick mentioned, we try to embed learning everywhere, in every communication. Everything is going on in the company as well. We have different processes going through the year. For example, we have conferences which are happening twice a year, where we try to support people being prepared for their presentations, for example, or there are appraisal talks happening every year. So we try to put there our efforts to promote e-learnings. And as soon as remote work question appeared last year, we knew what to do. It was our big show time when we thought, okay, now we put our e-learnings on the stage, and those are the topics which you see on the slides, which we actually covered in these challenging times when people were struggling with switching their whole routine into Microsoft Teams, for example, or having troubles with work-life balance, or having troubles staying in shape in these times when you only work like 12 hours on the computer. As well, talking about blended learning and embedding learning into all our processes in the company, we also have a competency map. So now you have a big luck to see our Puma competences here listed on the right side. And that's how we mapped the good habits courses which we have. It's just 1/20th or 1/25th part of all the courses we have. But just for example, you see that as soon as a manager or HR business partner wants to suggest suitable learning offers, they know that they go and map and connect the competence which needs to be developed with training which fits, which is an amazing tool, and it helped us as well to promote good habits courses in a more active way. How do we communicate? I guess the main message which we all can take out of this part of presentation is never stop communicating. And we communicate in different ways. We always have chit-chats and coffee talks with business, asking what do they need. We are friends with people from all the departments probably, so we have the biggest network, I guess, in this building, connecting with everyone. And this is a model which actually very well describes how do we communicate. There is a model saying you always need to hum, you need to sing from time to time, and in some special moments you have to shout. Consistent awareness we create by this hum actions, and I will show you some examples in a bit. So you always hear something about learning there on the back, and this is all about humming. And then from time to time, as we said, there are appraisal talks, there are some corporate conferences when we should be there for people to support them. Then it comes the time to think. So it's all about periodic initiatives. When we know what's happening in the business or in the world, and we are there with our solution. And large initiatives, of course, when we made a big bang, as Patrick said, with LinkedIn courses, or every wave of our good habits courses was also a big shout out with email to all employees, with many other tools which we use. What are we using to communicate? So there are some examples of hums, sings, and shouts here on the slide. For example, we have banners everywhere, which, for example, people are grabbing a coffee. They see the screens in the canteen. They see banners reminding them about our offer. As well, we like to sing from time to time, reminding people on special occasions about our courses. For example, here you see the picture when Patrick meets with our young talents, with interns and with apprentices, telling them what they can do in their time at Puma, which is also fantastic. And you see all the points which we are covering in this singing so to say, moments in the year. And big shout outs is here. You can see a picture when we launched our Good Habits courses, the first wave, and we were celebrating with a branded bottle of champagne from Good Habits. And also everywhere were big banners, and all the business was picked up on this topic. Yes.
Never forget to celebrate your milestones.
Never. It's super important. Yeah, that's why we are so happy to still be working with each other, because we never forget to celebrate those. I would speed up. The one more important point I wanted to give you, Wes, is we always stay in very active touch with our colleagues from regions. So everything what we do, all the initiatives which you see on the slide, we always streamline to the regions. We share all the communication materials so it can be very easily also communicated in the region. So I think it's also one of the secrets of our success in communication, because we don't do it just by our own. I'm not sure if time allows us, but I just want to give you a quick overview what we have done here on site in Herzogenaurach, in our headquarters. Lately, we launched a challenge with one of the legendary employees here at Puma headquarters, and actually worldwide. I think I need to show you the video. Yeah, you will enjoy it. It's Helmut Fischer. This is a legendary person who takes care of Puma archive from the very beginning and has a big amount of knowledge to share. And he was our ambassador for one of our latest e-learning campaigns. So let me show you the video. I believe you will love it.
Hi Pumas! Wusstet ihr, dass sich bei Puma alles um Forever Learning dreht? Ich bin 71, inzwischen 43 Jahre bei Puma und liebe es, neue Dinge zu lernen. Und jetzt wird bei Puma das Lernen digital. Sei dabei!
Right, so you can imagine what a buzz such an action creates. We shared this video with all our regions. We played this video everywhere. And when people hear such a challenge coming up from one of the most respected and interesting person in the company, everyone takes it serious. So there were many winners of this challenge, and it was a good example. Another good example, sooner or later on LinkedIn, you will see some of our employees posting such a certificate. So this is the way we try to engage our learners and say big thanks to this 1% of this top 1% of learners who did their great job in completing so many e-learnings. And this quarter, we shared this certificate with 164 employees worldwide, which was fantastic to send out it to all different parts of the world.
To add on that,
yeah,
this is basically only possible because everything is stored in one learning management system.
Oh, yes.
So from a data or a rather technical point of view, it's just grabbing a report and taking 1% of all the learners who completed e-learnings in a certain period of time. And that's the beauty of only having one system instead of having different systems with a lot of interfaces and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. This was a key why it was so easy to drive it. Yeah. As we mentioned, we always stay in touch with our regions and we learn from them a lot. So we are completely living the peer learning. So as well as they learn from us, we learn from them. To take care of time, I wouldn't go deeper, but I believe you will be able to see the recording and probably see the slides. I'm not sure, but also you can reach out to us and figure out how it's all working. Anyways, you see here what our colleagues in APAC region doing. So it's like Hong Kong, China, Japan, and many other countries in Asian region, and they have so many fantastic initiatives. Like they have a learning day every year when all employees, as you can see on the slide, are are getting together, having a nice learning breakfast, and they have a machine where you can pick out some learning challenges and as well prizes. In some countries, they also work with sticker system, I would say. So as soon as you complete an e-learning, you get a sticker so you can cover your card and then get a big prize.